Hello, welcome back to my channel, and hope you are all doing really well. You guys are staying safe, staying inside, and staying healthy, especially in the midst of all what's going on. So I do apologize about the background. Just want to sit somewhere comfortable for me, and yeah, don't mind it. That's my Hufflepuff banner. So let's get started, and if you like this video after watching it, please be sure to like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit the bell button for more notification, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more from me. If you like my channel, I really appreciate it, and be sure to comment down below your opinions and thoughts. I would be appreciated if you would do so. I want to know your opinions. I'm going to try my best to enunciate throughout this topic. So I'm going to do a bit of a different topic today. I'm going to be doing a topic in terms of victim, and someone that has a victim narrative, aka playing victim, victimizing. Okay, so I'm just going to use examples. I'm specifically going to talk about Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, a bit of Kanye West, and Kourtney Kardashian. Majority is going to be Taylor, Kim, and Kourtney in this case, because they came up in a topic in terms of the whole, if they are actually victim or they're just having this victim narrative. So I'm just going to break it down. I'm going to start with Taylor Swift because she has more of a story, more info to it. So Taylor Swift started out her career as a singer at a very young age. So she wasn't really that popular back then, but her fame slowly went up. And back then, our society was not as accommodating, accepting as it was today in terms of females. And a lot of females are still fighting for equality. So back then, Taylor Swift was really young when she rose up in fame. People love her songs. They find it iconic, find her wonderful, especially her songs. But then things slowly start to turn around, start to turn really sour. So people are noticing, they were calling her out in terms of playing the victim in writing her songs about her ex. And she began to have this how should I put it? People had this perception of her of being this kind of person. So she had this reputation of that kind of person. But the thing is, where did it come from? Let's backtrack in terms of her songs. Yeah, she did write about her ex, but she wrote about other stuff as well. But why is it that these particular songs stand out the most? And what is odd is that, why is she being heavily criticized for it, even though other artists does the same thing, especially male artists? Why is it that no one criticized or called out all these other artists, but yet they did so to Taylor Swift at a very young age? Why? The only thing I can think of is this whole conception of the media that is probably controlled by men who does not like her success. They don't like how she's rising up to the fame so quickly at that age, and the fact that she's female, she's young. And when people feel like they're threatened, or in terms of the society, what do? Of course, they will project this narrative about Taylor in a bad light towards the audience, us. Because back then, men are not that accepting as they are today. And women are still fighting for equality, mind you. So, the fact that she's rising up to fame, people don't like it. And she tried her best to not let it get to her. But she is young, she's human, she was a teenager back then. And at most, because she's rising up in fame, I'm not going to say all the men that she dated are like this, but I think some probably feel like, I could probably use her as a stepping stone, or to climb up the ladder, or maybe, teach her a lesson or something like that. I'm not really sure what's going on in terms of relationship, but that's her own thing. So, is she playing a victim in this case, or is she actually a victim? So let's move on to a few years later, to 2009, which is another big example of men feel like females are beneath them, especially young female artists. Because if you all remember, Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift when she's about to accept her award and about to make her speech. He insulted Taylor by saying Beyonce should get the award because Beyonce is an older artist than Taylor. So why did Kanye West do that? It is because he wants to undermine her. Let her know that, yeah, you're successful, but you're still an artist. Don't let the success go to your head. It's that kind of scenario for men like Kanye or any man in the industry or business. You will see it a lot. Even today, especially in Asian countries, men still think women are beneath them. So there is that point. So let's move on to not men seeing that they're beneath them. Let's move on to female artists who are jealous of Taylor's success. And they are really insecure because Taylor is like everything that they're not. Like, for example, this is another thing that media did as well. They also project another narrative about Taylor to the audience. For example, Taylor is skinny, and the media spread saying she has her own squad, Taylor Squad, but Taylor never thought of them as the squad. She never feels that she is the leader. She feels they're her friends, and just coincidentally that they are all skinny. And this is like a projection that the media had of Taylor, having this narrative of her and projected to us, the audience. And because of this, Demi Lovato pretty much attacked Taylor about weight, squats, and everything. She even went at Taylor, even though Taylor was being herself and doing what is right to her by helping Kesha in her court battle. Because Demi was saying no one has that much money to give around such and such, while she was being a hypocrite when she was collaborating with Nick Jonas, selling these really expensive tickets. if I recall correctly. So there's that. So as you see, that in most of all of these situations, it is the media who keeps projecting Taylor Swift in a negative light towards us. So we get this sense of, oh, Taylor has her own squad. Taylor is like this. She's probably bringing another man home. They have this. It makes us have this assumption about her. Like there was one. She had accepted an award, and an interviewer asked her in an insulting way if she is bringing a man home tonight, and Taylor Swift was really insulted, and it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. She was insulted. If you were Taylor Swift and you were asked that, even though you're not what people are projecting that you are, how would you feel? So, which is what led Taylor to write her song, Shake It Off. As the lyrics wrote, try to shake off the haters. Haters gonna hate. Shake it off. So, in a way, she's not really just talking about acts. She's expressing herself as an artist like many other artists does. So, ask yourself, is she really a victim? Or is she really victimized and having this victim narrative? Let's move on to the next scene. The famous song. We were shown a small clips of the conversation that was illegally recorded. And because it was a short edit version of it, and because of how the media has projected Taylor as this in a negative light, we, the audience, a lot of us immediately assumed that Taylor's victimized again, playing the victim again, and because Kim and Kanye projected that Taylor has lied in regards to that situation with the famous song, people joined in the bandwagon and called Taylor a snake. And coincidentally, who was the manager of Kanye West during the time of famous song? None other than Scooter Braun. So Taylor was correct in terms of Scooter Braun bullying her, because Scooter Braun was the manager of Kanye West during that time, and the fact that they manipulate the situation, making Taylor to be a liar, a snake, hence leads up to cyber harassment throughout the whole world. And when Taylor tried to speak out the truth, no one believes her. She went into hiding, fell off the radio for 1 year, and came back stronger. And now we came to today, having to see the whole footage, unedited footage of that situation, and we found out that Taylor was telling the truth, and Kim and Kanye is the liar and snake. So, you see where I'm going here in terms of the whole victimization and actually being a victim. When someone is actually the victim, when they try to state the truth and no one wishes to listen, they have to stay quiet because they feel like they're not being heard. And because when they're not being heard, they just feel like in this miserable dark place, and you feel like it's what she's shown us in the documentary of Miss Americana. And now the truth came out. So let me ask you again, is Taylor Swift really victim narrating, or is she really a victim? Because remember, majority of all her life, the media is the one who is projecting this negative image of Taylor towards us, the audience. So I'll leave that question to you guys in terms of Taylor. Now we move on to Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian. especially the recent fight. I have not really followed the whole keeping up with the Kardashians because I'm not really a fan of them. But I have been aware that Kourtney might have been a bit of a bully to her sisters. But remember, she was the firstborn, and she has witnessed a lot of things first. The divorce of Kris Jenner and her father. Probably the abuse from her mother as well. Apparently there was abuse. And also the fact that her relationship with Scott was the first to be shown throughout the whole series and a lot of the seasons, which until the point that her relationship with Scott ended, and it's not in a good light. She provides a lot of content to us to show, and the fact that is that Kourtney is quite misunderstood. Yes, she has an attitude problem, she's insecure, and at most she's depressed, and each of us has our own defense mechanism, and because we're not feeling understood, we don't know how to express it because no one gave us the chance to actually do so. I think Kourtney feel like she's back into a corner, and she feel like, should I fight or flight? Like, it's like she's being back into a corner, like a cornered animal. So this is what Kourtney's going through. Yes, she has gaslight, and in a way she did victimize in a way. However, we have seen that she was not happy and she was miserable in her family in that show. And it did not help that Kim and Khloe get up together and bullied Kourtney, especially about her work ethic. So what I see here is Kourtney is actually a victim, but yet she's also playing the victim. Kim, I see her playing the victim, while she's not really a victim at all. Like, she got what is coming, because if you come into work every day being bullied like that, getting up like that, and you hold it in, keep on holding it in to the point that you just push to the edge. And that is what happened to Kourtney. She burst. She exploded. She's like, she can't handle it anymore. And the outcome is the fight. Because Kim, she went at Kendall about work ethic. But when that didn't work, she went at Kourtney twice. Kim should not do that. And it was wrong of Kourtney to throw the water bottle at Kim. But the thing is, the fight itself, Kourtney tried to walk away, but Kim keep on going after Kourtney. So, in a way, the fight ended up what it is. And what doesn't help is that Khloe keeps enabling Kim. Instead of being a neutral stance, she's taking Kim's side because she only called out Kourtney for her action, but not Kim. And Khloe only concerned about Kim and not concerned about Kourtney's. So, in a way, it's like a cycle. So, if you think about it, this is another example of if someone's actually playing the victim or is actually the victim. And Kourtney, in this case, she has a moments of being wrong, but you can conclude that she has depression, and she was playing the victim in a way, but yet she was not. She was actually the victim, and we had witnessed throughout the couple of seasons that Kourtney was being ganged up on, bullied by Kim and Chloe. She didn't have anyone to back her up, not by Kendall, because Kendall was like laughing and saying that this and that, but Kourtney, save for Kylie, she was like, Kourtney was not, it was unapologetic. So that kind of says a lot, and Kourtney just feel like she has no one at her to support her, no one at her to be there for her. She just feel cornered, and I feel like Kourtney made the right choice in stepping back. But yeah, I hope that what I just said just now gives you some clarity of someone that is actually a victim and someone that is actually really victim narrating. If you were to look at it in an open perspective, you will understand like the difference, and probably able to tell if someone is actually playing the victim or is the victim. And at most, if they're just staying quiet and not saying anything, or they don't hear from them, that's a sign of someone that is being a victim. They are a victim because they feel like they can't voice the words, the truth, because no one will listen. So it's the case for a lot of people, especially people who has mental health issues. They feel voiceless, like they have a voice, but even if they say something, no one hears them. They feel like they're not being heard. They feel like they're being dismissed what they're feeling. And that's the case with both Taylor and Kourtney. And the truth came out. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. If you want me to do more videos like this, I'd be glad to do so. Please comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.